Don't just wish for a winning deal. Make it Dish, and we'll make it real. Don't just wish, make it Dish.
Hey everyone, this is Ellis Dish from Dish Motors. We're back better than ever with our new sales and service center on Route 32 in North Franklin. Everyone says there's nothing better than dealing with the dishes, and here's why. Selection. We have the area's largest inventory of off-lease, one-owner vehicles of all makes and models. You name it, we got it, or I'll get it for you at no additional charge. Quality. Each vehicle goes through a rigorous 120-point safety and quality check. Nothing leaves the lot without my personal approval. Convenience. We have financing sources for almost any situation. We offer on-site registration processing, and we have maintenance programs for years of stress-free ownership. And now open for all your maintenance needs. Our full-service repair facility, where oil changes start at just $19.99. Call today for your appointment or just stop by. So save thousands and deal with the dishes. Route 32, North Franklin. Or check us out online at dishfranklin.com. Or ring us, 860-383-4750.
Don't just wish, make it Dish.
Did you know that Allstate Insurance, the Trahan agency, has 2 offices now, Plainfield and East Lyme? And that's good news for you, since Kevin Trahan has been in the insurance business for well over a quarter of a century. Plus, he's easy to find. Just search in any browser, Kevin Trahan, Allstate Insurance. And when you get to his Facebook page, you'll find tons of helpful information on questions you may not even have thought to ask. Allstate Insurance, Trahan Agency, Plainfield, and East Lyme. Proud sponsor of Griswold Youth Football.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off for school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Your community radio, live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
Hola, ¿cómo está? How are you?
Yeah.
It's Monday. It's your favorite day of the week.
Yahoo! Man, I feel like going back to bed.
All right, well, get the hell out of here then. We need energy. It's Monday. People want to feed off that so they can start their week and get going.
Must be because there's no sun out.
Oh, there they go, Paul. There they go.
They're disappearing?
They're disappearing. Look at that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, dad jokes.
Yeah.
You heard that last dad joke, and then you obviously you were pretty angry because you're the king of the dad joke.
I know. Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
What the hell's going on here?
I don't know. So go ahead and give us your rendition or your dad joke of the day.
Okay. Why did the pig stop sunbathing?
I don't know. Why did the pig stop sunbathing?
He was baking in the sun.
Oh, jeez. That's bad. That was really bad. Come on, you got to have another one to follow that one up, because that one.
You don't like that?
He was baking in the bacon. How about bacon in the sun?
Well, that's what I was saying.
You said baking, like you're making cupcakes.
Well, I say.
See, it's all pronunciation with those, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see if I have another one here.
Because I'm thinking you're saying baking in the sun. Okay, he's making cake. Victoria.
I'm trying to find another one. What did the tree say when his kid wanted an expensive toy?
What did the tree say when his kid wanted an expensive toy? I don't know.
Money doesn't grow on me, you know.
I got it.
You got that one?
I did. I get that.
Okay.
So, all right, dude, how are you?
Oh man,
How are you feeling?
not much better.
So, are you going on like what, 3 weeks?
3 weeks, going on my 4th week. Yeah.
Jeez.
Mm.
Because I know you have your back has been killing you.
Yep, in my leg.
Now, did it just start all of a sudden, or did you do something to irritate it, or did it just say, "Okay, I'm gonna"?
Well, your back is funny. Your back is funny because you can do anything that would start to do. Surprisingly enough, like I said, I picked up the vacuum and started vacuuming. They must have twisted something, and there you go.
Yeah. So you aggravated it somehow.
And somehow, yeah, the way the back is. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had times where I've turned and just all of a sudden tweak it off and you go, oh,
yep.
And then you end up on the ground or on the bed or something like that.
And it takes a while for it to go away.
Yeah, why? Why is that? I got a stiff neck from sneezing once.
Yeah, I believe because you must have sneezed and you twitched it somehow. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually did. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, but you're going on 3 weeks now.
Yep.
This whole pinched nerve thing. You've gone to the doctors and
it's a waiting game.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Is it better? It
depends. Yeah, if I don't do a lot of walking around and stressing stuff, I'm fine. But getting up in the morning is tough because it must be the way you sleep at night, because you don't know how you're moving. And bingo, there it goes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, you're here. You missed a whole week of coming in.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't walk all that week.
So it was pretty serious.
Pretty serious, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here, but you're back, but you're still hurting. You're
Yeah.
back. No pun intended.
Back with the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Are we going to talk football this morning?
Yeah. So I heard.
Huh?
So I hear.
Yeah. There's youth football starting, high school football. I'm going to start to feel normal again because we haven't had any sports really to do.
Yeah.
In the last month. We're it's like we're in a holding pattern, right?
Well, there's not a lot of sports during the summer anyway.
Well, which is weird to say, isn't that? There's not a lot of sports in the summer.
Professional sports, but not necessarily high school sports.
Well, last year at this time, we were still carrying a lot of Little League and Junior League baseball.
Yeah. Because
they were still in the playoffs and they were making a run at things.
Yeah.
So we were still deep into that.
Yeah.
Right now, but this year they didn't have as good of a year as they did last year. So they've had some early exits, in the tournament. So here we are for the last month and a half going, well.
Well, the Little League World Series is actually on now. They're actually televising it.
Right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of teams playing now.
Right.
Yeah.
What's what I mean? Up till now, we were.
Yeah.
So, but in the last month, it's been like
nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. But we have some great football action coming your way. Yesterday, well, let me even double back. Last year, we started carrying youth football, and we started carrying Grizzled Youth Football, and where they played. And, we traveled with them and with their Super Bowls because they won the junior and senior Super Bowls last year.
Yep.
The only ones that Grizzled didn't win last year was the Micros, who are probably the most fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because they look like little bobbleheads. Because they get these big helmets on these little bodies.
Yep. Yeah, they'll be soon school starts up, which is in another week or two, then you'll start tryouts will be going on. Yeah.
For what? School?
Yeah, well, school starts.
Oh no, they're pretty much got their team gone.
What they do?
Oh yeah, they've been practicing for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Victoria says, as far as your back is concerned, have you tried swimming? She goes, I find it helps mine.
Really? No.
No.
Haven't tried swimming.
Just get in your tub. Start doing that. You know, it's funny because like my back, I'm always stretching my back because it'll hurt for whatever reason.
Yeah.
The only time my back doesn't ever hurt is when I'm in the pool.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's the only time I'm ever weightless too. So yeah, but that I could see how that, because when I get into the pool, like if I go to my dad's at Strawberry Park or whatever, we jump in the pool.
Yeah.
It all kind of just goes away. And I'm not one of those guys that are going to swim laps or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just because I get in the pool and it's like all the pressure comes off your vertebrae and everything else. I just feel so much better. If I could live in a pool like that, then I'd be pretty much all set.
Yeah, then you'd be a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah,
I'd be
instead
okay
of
with
Mikey, it'd be Shelly Tuna.
Chicken of the sea instead of just chicken of the earth. Good morning, Deb. Deb says, I miss my son's football games at Grizzle High School. Some of the best memories. And good morning.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much smack dab in the middle when we, during our broadcasts, with high school sports, where you had, she's talking about her son, Anthony Franklin, and now Deb, I'm gonna kind of dig deep a little bit here. Anthony was probably one of the better athletes that I'd ever seen at Grizzle High School. The kid is fast. I mean, he played everything.
Yeah.
Then he tore his ACL.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah. But the kid was extremely fast.
Yeah.
Very, very fast.
It generally happens to
tough.
Most good athletes. Huh? Good athletes, that's what ends up happening.
Yeah.
Tear their ACL, both men and women.
Yeah. But Deb was there at every single game and always there cheering on the kids and, of course, her son as well. So,
yeah. Good.
It's good to see parents like that. You know what I mean? That are, because a lot of times, and I know parents are the one that screw it up for the kids because they're yelling at coaches. I mean, they're yelling at the coaches, or yelling at the refs, the umps and stuff like that. It's like, don't do it.
Yeah.
And the kid's sitting there mortified. Like, what?
I know.
Dad, shut up.
Yeah. There was with the football coaching in Texas. Somebody got ticked off. The other coach killed him because of a game.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. Let's talk about that today.
So, but I'm just saying that's what happens in Texas. Texas is big on football.
Oh, yeah. Texas is a totally different level.
Football stadiums everywhere.
Totally different level.
Oh, yeah. Different level.
But even baseball last year, one of the towns that we were in, I thought, Manchester.
Yeah.
I thought the parents there were going to start throwing hands. It was pretty crazy. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. And we're sitting there, with headsets on, trying to broadcast a game. And you've literally got parents in the background screaming and expletive X, expletive that.
Wow.
It's like, oh. And the kids literally just stopped and they would turn to the stands like, stop. It's really funny too, because even though the teams were, didn't get along supposedly.
Yeah.
There was a break in the action because they had to review a play in Bristol.
Yeah.
You know what they're doing? They're having a dance off.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't care. Kids are the kids. They didn't care.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
So, yeah. So parents back off. Let the kids play.
Well, it's always been that way when parents get involved with younger kids' sports. Even when we were watching it back years ago, you'd be yelling, screaming, not necessarily to the point where you fight with somebody, but screaming and yelling, weren't happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joey says he coaches his son's 5th and 6th grade football team. Joey, now you're in Texas, are you not? Polino, who's in Hamden, says youth sports is great until the parents ruin it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is
somebody coming in.
Oh, they're there.
Yeah.
Joey's in Iowa. Okay.
Oh.
People all over the country, dude. Who do you think this is?
I know.
It's funny because I was like, I stopped somewhere the other day and they saw my truck and I said, "What's that?" I go, "Oh, we broadcast right out of Jewett City." And how long you been there? Week, 2? No, 8 years. What? It's funny because most of the things we do are national. They're not.
Right.
We don't.
Yeah.
And actually, we find ourselves honestly now catering less and less and less to just
Really?
local stuff because we have more of an audience nationally now.
Wow.
So,
Terrific.
yeah, Paul's like, oh crap. All right, so in a minute or two, we have a young man in the green room, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Brody Garner.
Yeah.
And his dad just went, "Yep." Like,
enjoy that coffee.
Take the hood off, dude. Come on over here, over this side over here.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good.
Good. All right, hold on a minute. Let's get you all set up.
Watch that chair.
Yeah, that chair may fall down.
You can sit in
and-
it, but just be careful.
yeah, don't do that. I'm gonna fix the camera here. You're a pretty tall kid, especially in that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you look just like your mother.
Nice thing to say with the
Sorry,
father.
Dad. You can come in here. You don't have to. There we go. Good morning. How are you? So if you're gonna sit in the chair, we're gonna have to get you going here. So we're starting up. We're talking about football a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you have been playing football for so long. First of all, let's introduce. His name is Brody Garner, and you're from Plainfield, Moosip area, right?
Yes, sir.
So now you've been playing football since what? You were 4?
4 for flag and 6 for tackle.
Well, so what is flag football about? I know there's a young man in town here named Chris Coleman. I don't know if you know Chris at all, but he's a little guy. I mean, he's a dirty,
Chris Coleman,
dirty player. I mean, he's fun to watch.
I've been playing with him too.
Okay, so he's been playing flag for a while now. Flag's a pretty big thing, is it not?
It is very big. I've played in some tournaments, and there's a very high level of competing, and
Yeah.
it's just very hard. I just don't like it because there's no hitting involved, and I have to actually do moves and stuff instead of just running straight ahead.
So you like the physicality of it all?
Yeah.
Got it. So you started playing tackle when you were 6?
Yep.
What, in local youth or
Local.
Okay. Now, how long did you play local youth?
Because
you've moved on to other things, have you not?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I've been playing since 9, and then I came back this year to get them to Super Bowl.
Gotcha. So you're also, and you're going to be playing for Plainfield High School this year?
No,
No?
I'm
Okay.
in 7th grade.
You're only in 7th grade?
Yep.
Stand up. You're in 7th grade.
Yep.
How tall are you? 6?
No, 5'9".
No. Well, Dad, he's pretty big. Does he look taller than 5'9" to you?
Yeah. I thought he was pretty tall.
It's very rude. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you have, what do you think you're like? What do you like about youth football the most?
How most of the time you get to score every play, but now when I realize when I get older, it's only about the 5-yard gains and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not about the it's the slow and go.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's
exactly.
not just score every play now.
I didn't realize you were only in 7th grade. Or going into 7th grade?
Yep, going into 7th.
The way, and what I've heard about you, it sounds like you should be like going into the NFL next month. Do you ever think you'll make the NFL?
If I keep working, I think I will.
Good. I like it. So tell us about, and I've never heard about this team, as far as like you play travel football?
Yep.
Okay. So you play for a team called the Connecticut Pride.
Yes.
All right. What is Connecticut Pride? And like you played for 12U, right?
Yep.
So what's Connecticut Pride? What's the difference between them and local area youth football?
The difference in between Pride and local is Pride goes to like big events in Jersey. They just went down to Alabama to play in a tournament. And it's more competitive because you're going against the top ranked teams in each state.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like youth because the coaching's way different. They work you harder. And yeah, that's about it.
Is it a Would you say it's like a different class of kids in
Yes,
travel?
very different.
Okay, because I know there's travel baseball and there's a whole bunch of just travel basketball, and travel sports is getting bigger and bigger. So how long have you been playing travel football?
2-3 years.
Okay.
And I just stopped this year to have fun to play for a local team.
Gotcha. So you guys won against the Worcester Cowboys last fall. Tell us about that. And you were only 11 years old at that point.
No, I was 12.
You were 12?
Actually, no. Yes, I was 11. I was just about to turn 12, though.
Gotcha. And that was in Florida, no?
No, that was in Mass. We beat them 40-something to 20-something.
Okay.
It was a very hard game. We started off strong, and then they just got a couple pick sixes. And then we ended off in the second half. It's added another 20 points.
That was against Worcester?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what got you to Florida. Okay. All right. And you eventually lost the championship to Georgia?
Yep. The Georgia Bulldogs.
See, now this is crazy to me because I'll be honest with you. I haven't really ever followed or knew much about travel football. You know, you hear about baseball and basketball and stuff like that all the time, right? You don't hear much about travel football. But this is it's a different level of football.
Yes.
Okay, so give us an idea. Like, for example, you said the coaches work you harder. And like you've had coaches like, let's see, you were trained by Drew Pinnock.
Yep.
From the Chargers.
Yes.
Matt Lawrence from the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
And was it Tariq or Tarek Black from the Jets?
Black.
So what's it like working with, or having the opportunity to work with those NFL players?
They have higher expectations and they have to push you harder. They only push you harder until you throw up or something. It's crazy. It's a very high level of coaching. And it's hard to get used to. You have to play for a couple of years to get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, well, if somebody's going to make me throw up, I think it would take some time for me to get used to that. Did you ever throw up, or did you just say no? No, you just got so it's really just a like a phrase. It's not really.
Yeah,
they're not sitting there waiting for you to puke. That's probably not a good idea. Tell us about Atlantic City, just this past year or this past spring.
Atlantic City, it went good. We won 2 games and lost one against I forgot. It was TMJ or something like that. And we lost in triple overtime. It was
triple overtime?
Yeah, it was devastating.
That's pretty crazy, though. Triple overtime?
Yeah.
Now, how many people are in the stands for this?
About 100.
Yeah?
100 on their stand, about like 50 on ours.
So a bunch of people.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What to you, other than the hard training or what the coaches expect you, as far as from youth football to travel football, what's the thing that you like the most about? Now, would you prefer travel football over youth, or is it just different?
It's very different. When you play youth, it's more fun and you get to have more fun. That's it.
Okay.
And for competitive football, it's very hard. You have to work hard. You have to play hard. You have to do your job. It's very hard to do competitive over youth.
So youth football is more like, high five, go team.
Yes.
And travel football is like, get out there till you puke.
Yes, basically.
Kind of thing.
Yes.
Has it ever intimidated you to where you said, "Oh, I can't do this"?
No.
No, so you're a pretty
Never.
tough kid, huh?
Yes.
I didn't. Did you think he was going into?
No, I thought it was high school.
Yeah. Now, do you play any other sports, or is it just football?
I'm gonna play basketball this year and track. I played basketball before and a little bit of soccer when I was younger too.
So you're in middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think with your height, basketball would be good, or volleyball.
So you play with like Brandon Marquis?
No, I don't.
No,
think so.
basketball.
I I do not know anybody really.
Oh, okay. All right. No, the reason is because we carried and we broadcast a lot of the youth sports for middle school, because the middle school kids, what happens? Well, they end up in high school. You know, we hope. And those are the kids that, you know, we watch right on through. Excuse me. What is well, let's go here. We didn't hit Atlantic City, did we? No, we didn't hit Atlantic City yet. Well, we didn't talk about that, right?
Yeah, we did. We talked
did
about Atlantic.
What is sports farms?
It's like it's an all-American game in Vegas or other locations where they pick a bunch of kids and then separate them into two teams, and they only get to practice for like one day.
And you go out to Vegas and you play.
Yeah, and that's in January.
Gotcha. See, Paul, I never even knew. I never even knew that, you know, there was this level of play at this age. I'm thinking, okay, it's youth football, and they move on to high school football, and that's it. I mean, I know about travel basketball and baseball, but I had no idea of travel football. I had no idea. So, so you say travel football is a lot different, right? Is it kind of like an all-star group, like, you know, a whole bunch of people, because it's not just from one town. They're from all over the place.
They're from all over. Bridgeport, Newington, Oxford, everywhere. And there's usually every spot, even like kicker and stuff, it's just full of all-star people.
See, now Bridgeport I could see, because that probably the average high school senior in Bridgeport is probably, I think, 27. So bad joke. All right. Sorry, Bridgeport, repping BPT East Side. What position do you play?
I play running back and wide receiver, and for defense, I play corner and D end.
So you play both sides of the ball.
Yep.
Okay. Which favorite?
Offense, probably.
Okay, so running back. Is that your favorite, or
yeah,
or would you rather be wide receiver? Okay. All right. What's the most amount of yards that you've ever rushed in one game?
94 to 96.
Wow.
Okay. And that was against Putnam and the game before playoffs.
Okay.
That was one run, right?
Yeah, that was one.
Probably had a few hundred yards and a half before.
Really? Why don't you come on right up to the microphone there? This is Dad Gardner. Kevin, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Kevin. You said he's had a few hundred yards and a half?
Yes. Previously, yeah.
Now, is that in?
That was in youth in
Plainfield.
It was youth. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is now going back to travel ball? What is what is I just saw it here. Top Gun.
Top Gun is where they pick the best players from certain camps in different states.
So it's different states. It's not just.
It's not just one place. And then they go down to Florida and compete for another award or ticket to go to a future showcase combine. And that's where most colleges and high schools go look at the younger kids to pick from.
So from what I understand, there's some schools looking at you already.
Yes. Avon, Taft, and possibly Choate. They're all following me on social media. And they've been inviting me to games. Also New York. I forgot their name, but we're going.
Archbishop Stepanek.
What's that?
Archbishop Stepanek from New York.
Okay.
Invited him out to, go to a game where their high school is playing another high school at Rutgers University.
Yep.
And then, get to see the team in the locker room and visit their campus and things like that.
That's pretty good. Do you think it's cool, or do you think it's overwhelming, or maybe I should ask you that, Kevin? Is it overwhelming, or?
It's overwhelming trying to keep up and figure out which activities on the national level are money grabs and which ones are beneficial for development and for future, prep school or college visibility, right? So there are some that are just pure money grabs that, but you kind of have to stumble through it to figure out which ones are the most beneficial. So our approach over the last couple of years has been more of a shotgun approach. Do everything and
see what it's about, and then learn and figure out which ones you're going to stick with in the future, like
Gotcha.
the football university or something like that. Yeah.
I just had a question on the tip of my tongue about this. Did you have anything?
No, I'm not a big football. I don't have a lot of knowledge about football.
No. Paul's got a bad back.
Yeah.
But
I
Paul's 78, so
Yeah, I can't play football.
Paul's had it. It's the end of the road for Paul. Don't look at me like that. We joke about that all the time. And
Yeah, we do.
then he tells me I'm fat.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that. It's like, all right, Captain Obvious. So it sounds to me, and maybe both of you can go ahead and chop at this one. It sounds to me that playing travel youth football is a lot better as far as like educational opportunities, later on down the road.
Yes.
Okay.
If you play travel, it gives you more exposure for high schools to come to your games and stuff and watch you and maybe recruit you.
Mhm.
And actually, that's it.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
Good answer.
the prep schools in Catholic schools, it's almost like a college environment now with the recruiting to go to their high schools.
Now, what are the legalities of high school teams recruiting young kids? Like, for example, I know it's an unspoken thing right now. Different high schools, or maybe luring kids into their school, whether it's south of here or west of here, east of here, north of here, or wherever. Supposedly, that's taboo.
Right. So public high schools, yes.
Okay, so it's a big difference between private and public schools.
Big,
Got it.
huge
Okay.
difference. Yep.
That's what I
So
figured you would say.
It's Wild
Makes
West
sense.
versus the rules of the public school system. Yeah.
Gotcha. Where do you want to go?
It depends who gives me a full ride or what position I get.
Man, you know these answers, man. You're ready to go, aren't you not?
I am ready.
You are ready to go. You ready to move away from home?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. You're pretty mature for your age. You're very mature for your age.
Thank you.
Is he like that all the time? Or does he get in
75%
trouble?
75% of the time.
You give your mom and dad any problems?
Sometimes.
What's the biggest thing you tweak them about?
Being grounded.
Ooh. I've been grounded before. It's not fun. All right, so let's talk about the New England Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Undefeated, 5-0 season, right?
Yep. That was for CT Pride, and we beat Top Gun at the last game almost 50-0.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
And that was 42-0, 3 minutes into the second quarter.
Wow.
Against the best team Massachusetts had to offer.
Wow.
So where do you go from there?
So at that point in the game, they just run the clock for the rest of the game without stopping it.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda just
Running
to get
clock,
it,
yeah.
just to get it over with. Yeah.
Well, they do that in youth too.
Yeah.
Once you get, well, actually, they in high school. I don't know if they do it in the prep schools, but I know, like in Griswold, if there's a game that's way out of hand, they just have a running clock, and the clock doesn't stop unless there's an injury or a change of possession.
Right.
Is that it? Yeah. So now, in some of the notes here I have, let's kind of like look at what's going on in the future for you. So it says right here, this is why I thought he was older. It says playing for the Panthers this fall, but we're talking area youth.
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to be in the minors? I mean, the juniors?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm in
Seniors.
Seniors.
Okay. All right. But you're going to go to Florida in December?
Yes, I am.
Okay. To for at
FBU.
Okay.
National Championship.
And that's for youth, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you'll be done with youth though.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
I
the,
have one more year.
The football university, each state gets a team puts a team together, an all-star team, and then there's a tournament in Florida.
Okay, so are there any other local kids that go as well? Are you the only one really from Eastern Connecticut?
I'm really only one from this side of Connecticut. It's all on the other side, from Danbury, Bridgeport, all those other.
You know what I think is very unique, Paul, is that there are you hear about the big schools in this area in Eastern Connecticut, right? You hear about Plainfield, Griswold, Stonington, Killingly. You hear about all these big schools and all of their players, like Soren Reef, who's running back for Killingly High School. He's like the number 2 player in the state right now, number 2 ranked, and he's from Griswold.
Oh.
He's from Griswold, and you hear about all these these kids. However, the New London Day, when they did their, because they did their ranking of high school players, it wasn't a kid from any of those teams. It was a kid from Norwich Tech that won all area football player of the year, and his name is Seth Cunningham. We had him here. And he was voted all area, and because some of these schools, they don't get media coverage, or they don't get, any kind of print coverage or anything, but there are some incredible athletes that really, perform over and above. So that's why I wanted to get Brody in here, because we're talking about, a kid that's played on a national level. He's from right here. But how many people have really heard? I never heard about travel football, and like a lot of the kids that you work with, and a lot of the coaches that you work with, and some of the states and the tournaments. To me, it was like, okay, you play 10 games, play against the area schools, you go home, get ready for basketball. So, I mean, when you tell people about where you play and what league, do people go, "What's that?"
Yeah, most of the time. And sometimes they push me away and say I'm bragging and stuff like that.
They say, "What?"
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, well. Now, had you heard of it?
Nope.
No, okay.
Nope.
So, are you gonna? Now you're playing 12U. Now, do they have 14U as well, or
it's like A squad? It's 12 through 14.
So he's actually playing 14U.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yep. At 12.
Are you going to continue playing youth football, youth travel football after, or is there anything after 14U, or is that it? Or is that just high school at that point?
He'll play again next year, and then see where the high school path goes.
Gotcha.
But this winter, it'll be more of like all-star games, camps, and combines, as opposed to playing in the spring football league.
Okay.
Just to have less actual games and hitting on his body now that he's older, because the hits are harder.
Oh yeah, I would think. Have you come across any kids in travel football that are just beasts?
Yes, many. There was this one kid in Florida that was 6 foot, like 200 pounds, flattened me like a pancake.
Now, what'd you do? Get the hand off, and all of a sudden,
yes, I went right through the hole. This guy just jumped on my back.
And that was it, huh?
Yes.
How did that feel?
Horrible.
I can imagine.
Let's see. I'm going to throw a name at you, and you tell me if you know this person.
Who?
Elaine Notariani?
Yes, that's my grandmother.
Okay, well, she said you're her grandson. So proud of him. Heart emoji. So there you go. So did you take part in Jamboree yesterday?
Yes, I did.
All right, how was that?
Not so good.
No, what happened?
We were not situated at all.
No.
It seemed like nobody knew how to play sometimes. I was just getting so frustrated.
Or do you think it's just because you're used to a level of play as opposed to a local league?
Yeah, I've been so used to playing like Southern teams and having a really good team with everybody at each position, but I have to realize now that's not the same.
Yeah, so you got to enter beast mode.
Yes.
Got it. Anything else you wanna mention that like maybe we didn't cover about youth football? Maybe something that we should know about, Kevin. If you have any, do you have anything else that we should mention? Because I think this is something that we're not aware of, not just us. Because I know your mother's talked to me a million times about this, and I'm like, why am I not processing this or not? And then when Kevin, you sent me and that's like, all right, now I get it. Because I didn't even know there was youth football, that was travel football.
Right. So basically, there are 4 national organizations that you would, I guess, consider kind of like an AAU.
Okay.
Where you play local conference and then you have regional playoffs and then there's a national championship. So you've probably heard of Pop Warner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the oldest, probably, right? So there's another one, the largest now.
That's bigger in the South. Is Pop Warner? Is it not?
It's up here too. There are 3 leagues in Connecticut and Mass and Rhode Island. There's also AYF, which is American Youth Football. So that's another national one. And then there's 2 other. One is more. There's the YNC, which I don't know if you've ever heard of Battle Sports, but that's more of a, flash and grit and.
What do you mean flash and grit? Like showmanship? Or?
Yeah. So there's that element to it. But so obviously playing in that league prepares you because the top competition will be really good, right? So, but then there are those other opportunities. There's camps, combines, all-star games, playing for a team like CT Pride, which is travel, and that's pure all-star game. So you go, we played in that Atlantic City tournament. You're playing against an all-star team from New York and New Jersey. So all of their best players against all of Connecticut's best players, right? So you have those opportunities. And what that does is get eyeballs on you.
Sure. Yeah.
For visibility. And you don't have to be from Hartford or Bridgeport or out that way to go take advantage of some of those opportunities. You could, anybody can do it. You mentioned JR, Chris Coleman, his flag football team, they go around the country and win tournaments and things like that, right? So he has a bright future as well. So
he's for the size that kid is, he's a hell of an athlete.
And he was actually on the team last year that went to Florida with Brody.
Oh, really?
Yep, they were teammates.
No, flag or
tackle.
Tackle. Okay. All right. Yep. Very good. Now, are you an athlete, or were you an athlete in high school? Or
I did play.
You got the coach look. You got the football coach. I'm looking for the whistle.
I've been a football coach. I'm coaching here again. I've been coaching for probably 15, 20 years, various, youth.
You get that coach vibe going. Right. Yeah.
Youth basketball, youth football. So sometimes I take a break, like in the spring. Once in a while I'll coach. And then this spring I kind of sat back to watch and just be a spectator. But, this fall I'm back in it. So
now, do you have any brothers or sisters? Or
Yes, I have 2 brothers. One's 25, 24, and one's 11.
Now, all athletes? You have all? Or is because I know your wife and your mom. She's into bodybuilding. She's done competitions there. What about your siblings?
My little brother, he plays for Plainfield. He's trying to get into that high level competitive edge of football.
Sure.
And my older brother's more of a tech computer guy. And he only played sports when he was like 7 and 6.
Gotcha. So he'll tackle you with his mind. No, that's a bad joke. Yeah. So you have a family full of competitive people.
Yes, I do.
What's that like?
Anywhere.
What's it like for the young kid? I mean, the younger one is like, what do I do? I gotta try to match up to everybody.
He tries everything in his power to become me, and tries to come to that competitive edge.
Yeah.
He's been trying to work out with me, do that kind of work with me.
Can't hang yet.
No,
not yet. All right.
He's getting there, but he's not there yet.
All right, so you're going to play area youth, and that's going to start this Saturday, Sunday, this coming weekend.
Yes, Sunday.
Versus Colchester.
Okay. Yeah, and we're broadcasting Grizzly Youth football. So during rival week, we'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Because you guys are coming to Griswold.
Yep, that'll be the very last game of the season
Last
at
game
8
of the-
p.m. under the lights.
So that's something and we'll be broadcasting that live. On the micros, the juniors and the senior game. So get ready. Dude, thanks for coming on in. It's probably early for you this time of year to get up this.
Very early.
Yeah, it's like I'm thinking, what time do you get up? Noon, 1,
10, 11.
Yeah, all right, that's about right. When I was his age, it was like 1. I don't know. It was strange. I had some really weird sleeping habits when I was his age. I used to take the mattress off the bed and put it on the floor, so the fan was equal to my face. Like, that was it. Yeah. Then I would sleep till literally 12 o'clock.
I believe it.
Yeah. And we didn't have video games.
You do that today.
I do not.
How many times have we been late this week? Last week?
Oh, well, this week, I don't know. It's Monday.
Well,
you tell me. How many times?
I got a note this morning. I'll be 10 minutes late.
No, I didn't. I said I'll be there in 10 minutes. I didn't say I'd be 10 minutes late.
But we knew it was late. How many times last week?
I don't know. How many times were you here?
Twice you were late.
All right, so 2 out of 3. So I had a 33%, success rate, right? So if I'm in Major League Baseball, 333, that's $30 million a year.
Yeah, but you're not in Major League Baseball.
It could be.
Yeah, sure.
Chris Coleman says, my guy Brody. He's out there. So anyway, I wish you luck, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck in your career. I'm sure your parents will continue to brag, and it sounds like they have every right to. So he's got the, you know what I mean? He's got the size, but the other thing that they seem to look for, that I've always known, is that it's not just the size, it's the personality, it's the look, and you got those dimples going on. I see, you know what I mean? So it's like, imagine him being a pitch man. Hi, Brody Garner for coffee, or whatever. He's got that going on.
Yep.
So I could see, and this is really going to be stupid. This would sound really, really stupid, but you got the name too. No, I'm serious. You got the name. That is just very, very easy to say, and it's not. I mean, Brody is a cool name, but it's not it's not as common as some other names, right? Last time
Brady.
Well, Tom Brady, yeah, okay. See,
yeah.
He's nothing.
He's not
nothing.
playing this year.
But I can remember, for example, you get these names and you hear these names, and I remember watching this one guy playing baseball, and I'm like, this guy's going to be a star. And then my ex-father-in-law says to me, he goes, how do you know? Right. He's coming up now. I said, he's got the name, man. He's got the look. Mookie Betts. Yeah. Do you have it's weird how that happens. Yeah. Spud Webb. I mean, just think about all the names and stuff, the ones that roll off your tongue. Why? Because it sells stuff. It's easy. So you got that. You got that factor. You got that it factor. So
thank you.
So keep it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else you want to say? You probably want to go back at home and go to bed.
No.
Just tell
the broster, your mother says.
Tell them what's the most important about being a student athlete.
Most important is putting in the hard work, listening to your parents, doing good in school, and that's it.
Good.
It's a pretty good mantra, dude.
Sure is.
It's a pretty good mantra. All right. Good luck. We will see you in the youth football ranks, and we'll definitely see you.
Yes.
Plainfield versus Grizzle, last game of the year, Rivals Week. All righty?
Yes.
All right, dude. Take it easy.
You too.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys too.
Nice meeting you.
All right, so that's Brody Garner, who has got a pretty promising football career coming on up.
Yeah.
Did you think at all this kid was 12 years old?
No.
He walked in, and like I was reading his, the bio and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, or he's going to be playing for the Plainfield Panthers. Well, the thing I was not thinking of at all was youth. I'm thinking, all right, well, so he's going to be a freshman, right?
Yeah.
So the kid walks in the door, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense because he's like 6 feet tall.
I thought
he's like 6'2" with the hair. I mean,
I thought
he's
he was
got
high school. To be honest with you.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
And then he walked in and stuff like that. We're talking. I'm like, what?
Wow. Well, you kind of hope the kid makes it.
Well, of course you do.
Yeah.
All right. Madeline says he's 5'9", but the hair he's 6'1". I'm telling you. Maybe that's what made him look even taller but he's a big boy.
He's big, yeah.
He's a big kid.
Yeah.
And but he's got a cool way about himself too. Yeah. He's taking it in stride. I mean, this is a lot of stuff. I mean, when you're playing, regionally, nationally, it's a lot on a kid's head. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he seems to handle it and take it in stride.
It's pretty much down to earth too.
Yeah.
Now he's not walking around with a big ego on his head, on his shoulder.
Yeah.
He's pretty taking, real good.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
So that's like kind of a little bit of a prerequisite of what we're going to see, this year. Plus, all the youth football games. We're going to be carrying 9 out of 10 Griswold games. The reason why we're doing 10 out of 10 is because, well, Ellington won't let us come.
Now, anyway, they may in the future.
Huh?
They may in the future.
I hear they're weird there.
Yeah.
I hear they're.
You never know. You never know.
Huh?
It's kind of early right now, so as they see what's happening, they may just decide to say okay. So.
Well, I think they have to realize too that there's the streaming sports.
That's the way
it's
big time.
I don't think it's the future, dude. It's here.
Yeah,
it's here now. It's part of society.
Yeah.
But yeah. Apparently, Ellington, Connecticut. If anybody's in Ellington, sorry, we won't be able to carry those 3 games on that one weekend because the coaches said nah. But I guess that doesn't stop somebody, sitting in the stands and doing it on their iPhone.
Yeah, they could.
You know what I mean? So I guess that's okay.
They can't really stop you.
No, they couldn't. I mean, I could actually roll in there.
Yeah, you could.
And say, well, it's public property. It's a public event. It's really.
Yeah. Well, you never know. They may change their mind.
No. They better get to it.
Well, as they see, as you're going throughout the year here, they may see, oh, this is pretty good. So
yeah.
Maybe they would decide to let you do it. So don't count them out yet. Kind of early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Well, but then we get the Super Bowl in the playoffs. That's going to be in Westerly this year.
Yeah.
No. So we're good for that. So it's just Ellington. So good job, Ellington.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how big of a town is Ellington? Is that pretty good? Pretty must be pretty small.
Yeah, I think it's smaller than Sterling. Oh. I don't know. Because Sterling, there's like 14 people.
14, maybe 15. They got 10 then.
Yeah, tough thing.
Yeah.
So as far as like streaming sports, right? And carrying them live.
Yeah.
It's not something of the future anymore, Paul. It's here.
Oh yeah.
It's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You're going to see changes left and right.
Oh yeah.
One like for example, we right here at SNSN, we are in the midst of a major metamorphosis. Are we not? You know what's going on.
Right.
Something that I don't think has ever happened.
Yeah.
At least not in Connecticut. I would dare to say not anywhere else.
Right.
So that's can't talk too much about it.
Too early, too premature to talk about it.
Well, it's closer.
But you really can't say anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but there's a huge thing, that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
As far as we are concerned, and what our what kind of things that we're going to be doing. And I think it's going to be very, very big.
Yeah.
It's going to be and people are going to be like, wow, that's happening here. So that's coming. So Paul's like, yep, that's what it is. There are going to be more people involved than ever.
Yeah. True.
Did you think that what's going on would ever happen?
No, I didn't think that would happen. But
no,
it's a good thing. So
yeah,
let's stay positive that it's all going to work out, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I was telling a couple of people. I said, we've been here 8 years as of October. On the air broadcasting, sports and that kind of stuff. I mean, I've seen 2 classes of kids, come and go through, from
Absolutely.
freshman to senior and graduate.
Right. Exactly.
Some of the kids are like 26 years old. It's like you see them and it's like, hey, how are you? What?
Sure.
Can't even recognize them. But it's something that is going to be totally different. Well, it'll be the same, but a lot of additions, and just it's going to be an exciting thing, and I'm looking forward to it. And I guess my point is that in the 8 years I've been doing this, what we're moving into or going into is everything that I've been trying to strive for with Wolverine Radio, SNSN, and what we're moving into. So I think it's very exciting.
Yes, it is.
And I think it's very exciting for not just us, but for the community, student athletes, and that kind of stuff. So
right.
It's you wait, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So good conversation with young Mr. Garner this morning.
Yeah.
His father, Kevin, added some really, really good points.
I hope it all works out for him. I mean, he's got a plan for the future, so that's good.
How many 12-year-olds know that have a plan like that?
Nobody. I don't know.
Or if anything,
anything,
have it, even in their head or on their radar. Yeah. You talk to most 12-year-olds and they're like, you don't want to have bacon this morning.
Yeah, he's committed.
That's about it.
He's committed. He's committed.
Yeah,
which is good. Yeah.
Yep. Very, very good.
Yep.
So, and Madeline, who's his mother, just says Brody has drive, and I think that's spot on.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's mom. Of course, she would know.
Yeah.
More than anybody. So, I just from meeting him this morning, you are correct. And honestly, she has been asking me, not asking me, but saying, hey, you should have Brody on for the last, couple of years at least. Yeah. And I'm like, all right. And I didn't understand the whole youth travel football. I don't know why I wasn't grasping it. But then when I saw everything about what this kid has done, I'm like, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So, all right, Mr. Lash, thanks for coming in. Hope your back feels better.
Oh man,
because Lord knows you're having a rough time with that thing, and I hope you continue to feel better.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow morning once again with Rich.
Oh, Rich
I think he's coming in.
That's good.
We'll find out. But also, yesterday was National Fentanyl Awareness Day. And we all know the effects of fentanyl. It'll kill you.
It'll kill you.
But not only that, but most drugs that are on the streets, heroin, it's not really heroin anymore. It's fentanyl.
Yeah, that's true.
And there are messages, that need to be heard. And we have Grizzle Pride, Matt's Mission, and the Matt Van. Now, the Matt Van is a van that is here twice a month, the second and fourth Tuesday of every month, handing out all sorts of different supplies. Because a lot of the drug prevention organizations are now switching their focus from I mean, they want to prevent, but they also want to. They know people are going to use. It's just,
yeah,
they're not going to stop them.
Right.
So what do you do to keep people alive? And there are different things like don't use separately. If you're going to use, don't do it alone. And just those types of initiatives.
Yeah.
So we'll actually have Jess here from the Matt Van to talk about what they do and what their goals and what they've accomplished so far. And that's because, like I said, yesterday was National Fentanyl Awareness Day. So we'll talk about that tomorrow with Grizzle Pride, the Matt Van, and Matt's Mission. So, all right. So we will see you once again tomorrow with myself and Rich Waslick. Yep. He's already taken off his headphones. He's out of here.
I'm out of here.
He don't care. Have a good day, everyone. See you tomorrow.
With an independent insurance agent, you can be sure you're getting the right coverage at the right price. The Burns Agency is all about relationships. We work one-on-one with you to make sure your auto, home, business is protected by a quality insurance company. That's why we work with Ohio Mutual Insurance Group.